Hey, what's up everybody? Good morning. So today's gonna be a special kind of video day, and I hope I'll be able to get a lot of footage here. I don't know how much I will be able to because I think it's gonna be heavily populated. Today we're gonna be going to, or I'm assuming it's gonna be heavily populated, but today we're gonna be going to a place called Hawk Mountain. Now, I've never heard of this place before up until maybe, say, like a month ago or so. I was at work, and at work I deal with a lot of customers and stuff like that. Sometimes you get on little short conversations, which is where I've heard about some of these places to come and visit, for videos and just to come check out in general. And so this one lady I was serving at work, she had a shirt on that said Hawk Mountain, like on one of the sides of her shirt. And me being obsessed with mountains, loving mountains, I was like, what's Hawk Mountain? And this and that, all this stuff. And she was saying that it's like a mountain that was like a half hour away from where I was at, and this and that at the time. And it's kind of, I guess it's near the Appalachian Trail, and it's a sanctuary where they kind of conserve the area for the hawks and the raptors or whatever birds come fly through there, and this and that, and that you actually needed to pay to get into it. And I was surprised. I was like, you need to pay to get into the trails, but I guess it is kind of like a conservatory. I guess it is, they do a lot of work there in conserving the place and keeping it, true to its form, for the birds and migration, all that stuff. But yeah, so she gracefully ended up giving me a couple passes. I guess she ended up being a member of Hawk Mountain. I guess you can be a member. And so I guess she had a couple passes on deck, and she ended up giving me a nice free pass. So to that person, thank you so much. That was really nice of you. I ended up getting 2 passes out of it. I don't have anybody else really, I wasn't sure if I wanted to take somebody or not. A few people I wanted to take, it didn't really come through. So I'm just like, what better time to really go, bring the camera, get some cool shots, maybe record what I can, make a little vlog out of it, get some of the sights. Apparently there's a lot of great outlooks there too, like at the recent video at Pulpit Rock and Pinnacle, and I guess it's kind of nearby. I think it's kind of nearby those areas too. And on the lookouts from pictures online, the few that I've seen, it seems like the lookouts are very similar, in kind of design and how they look, but yeah, at this place, I guess there's multiple trails at this place, and reading the good old map here on the phone, it says there's a lookout trail, which is 1 mile, and that's the orange trail. Then you have the silhouette trail, which is green trail, and that's a 1/4 mile of the trail. Then you have the River of Rocks loop trail, which is the red trail for 4 miles. And then you have the Skyline Trail, which I guess goes to the Appalachian Trail, which is blue, which is 2.2 miles. And then you have the Golden Eagle trails, which are yellow, and those are 2.1. And I guess there's loops that you can go throughout this trail, like the outer loop, which is 5.5 miles. I think that's one of the more advanced trails. I was like reading briefly online, like what people have said about like what are some of the most advanced, what are the best views, what are some of the most advanced trails here to go on, like where can I find the best scenic outlooks and this and that. And I think on one of the articles it came that this outer loop here from River Rocks, which goes around Boulder Field to Golden Eagle to Skyline Trail to Lookout Trail back, and I guess it's a 5.5 mile loop, so that's the outer loop. So I think when I get there I'm gonna try to find that loop, because I'm not trying to go there for a little bit. I'm trying to see like as much as I can and see all the lookouts as I can. And I guess there's multiple lookouts. There's like a north lookout, a south lookout, a this lookout, a that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going completely in the dark. I don't really like to do too much research. I just kind of like to surprise myself when I get out there and see what I find. There's also a River of Rocks loop. That's a 4.5 mile trail. An inner loop, that's a 3 mile trail. And there's also a silhouette loop. And that's a 1/2 mile loop. So that looks like a pretty fast one. But yeah, I don't really know what to expect when I get there. Like I said, I've never been to this place before. I've kind of been to the general area. It is in a place called Kempton, PA, or Kempton, Pennsylvania, which I don't think I've ever really been to Kempton to my knowledge. So it's just gonna be an overall new type of experience. I don't know how populated it's gonna be. I mean, it's a trail you have to pay to get in. So like I said, like I never want to be too annoying with people on trails and just disrupt privacy. They did encourage bringing cameras there, and I know I'm sure people are going to be bringing a bunch of cameras to record the hawks and kind of zoom in and see them up close and the different species and this and that. And one day it'd be cool to go do all that too, but I just want to go experience the lookouts and capture the glory like usual out there and see what we find. right now I still am near my area, you know, where I live and this and that, or my general area where I live. And as of right now, it's like a 46 minute drive. So right now, this is like one of the farthest drives I've done to like do something new or get a video. So, I mean, locally, of course, I went to Montreal, and with that video, it was pretty nice 7-hour drive. But this is in terms of like a local video going to like a nature place. This is one of the longest drives I've gone to. So, as of right now, it is 8:57 in the morning, September 13th on a great Friday. The sun is doing its thing, lighting up the world, bringing that great radiance and resplendence. So I hope it stays that way. Apparently it's partly cloudy over in Kempton until like 11 or 12 or so. I don't really know. But I just want to have hopefully the sun's shining for the lookouts to light up the mountains and the valleys or whatever's over there and give it a good visual, you know. And yeah, so I'm gonna start heading there soon, and we'll give a little update when I get there and see what it looks like. And yeah, all right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, so I actually finally just arrived at Hawk Mountain Sanctuary, and I have to say, like, just when I was driving to Pinnacle Rock, when I was driving to the Pinnacle in Pulpit Rock, that trail, like a couple weeks ago, it was like very similar to the drive up. Like when you're like halfway, when I start getting closer, you know, I'm like 20 minutes away, even like 25 minutes away, it just becomes like farmlands, like beautiful, spacious, just fields, different colors, and you see like the mountains in the distance and the Appalachians and Blue Mountain, this and that, all this stuff. And it's just a very, very, very beautiful drive. Like, I'm just like in awe of like all the people that live out in places like this. Like when you live like right next to these types of mountainous areas, or you just come outside to a new day and you just see this mountain just jutting up in the distance, you know what I mean? It's absolutely majestic, you know, and it must be a great privilege to be able to be amongst these, you know, like actually residing amongst them, like living amongst them. Nonetheless, I'm here in the parking lot. This is what it looks like right now. Bunch of trees around me. I think over there is where you start walking, and eventually goes across the street, and I think eventually it leads to a lookout trail. Now, I think the loop that I was trying to do had you come back on the lookout trail, like when you're coming back. So I don't know if I'll be starting over there or what, and I'm really not sure exactly where to go or what direction yet. Like I said, this is my first time here, and I have no idea what's going on. But aside from that, I'm gonna get some suntan lotion on the good old tattoos, make sure they don't fade, and start getting ready for the good old journey. And alrighty, we'll see you in a couple minutes. Yeah, so currently, I guess I'm on the way to the lookout trail, or at least the fork that divides between the lookout trail and this other rock trail that I think I'm supposed to start on. So I'm still not officially in the actual park yet, but I'm slowly walking to the entrance, I believe. That's what's behind me. Parking lot, coming up to a street. So hopefully up here we'll find the way in, and yeah, we'll see what's up. All right, guys, we're officially in. I think there's a lookout up here, and you are supposed to be a little bit quiet, so we'll see what's up here. I mean, I just got here, so.
Trying to get some lift and put down fast. Really? 1963. Are you a teacher? Killed really? And thought, oh, you know, we should do this. An old ranger came along and gave us our first lesson. Oh, was that Maurice? The man who started this. Yeah, that's probably Maurice. He's a true bird nerd. Yep. Now he's a big photographer. I'm not so much. I collect guitars. He collects camera equipment.
Well, 61 years ago we stood here.
Really, that's fantastic.
All right, guys. So like I said, when you do go to those lookouts, there's actually workers there who are like have their binoculars and cameras out and who are actually like actively talking about the birds and hawks that they see out at the lookout and what they are and what kind of bird they are when they're out. And it's a really cool interactive part of this trail. You know, I still was able to go wherever I wanted. I could still go at the edge of the rock up there. And I was even talking with one of the guys for a while. He's from Uganda, and he was saying that he gets paid to do this type of stuff out there, and he's over here in the meantime getting trained, and it's really awesome. That lookout was so crazy because as soon as you get here, you're like right there already. So you pretty much drive right to that first lookout. So after that, well, I guess real quick, in that clip that you saw, those clips you saw, the mountain all the way to the right in the video, when I pan all the way to the right, I believe is like the mountain on the very farthest to the right was actually the Pinnacle. And that's the Pinnacle mountain I was at in one of the previous videos. So it's interesting how all this connects. This really is kind of like a 10-minute extra farther drive than that loop trail I did there. But currently this is what it looks like right now. Very rocky, which is standard here in Pennsylvania, especially on a lot of the Appalachian Trail. Over there we got some rocks, you know, and past that was that lookout. The lookout is to the left of me, that's where it was. So the Pinnacle is somewhere over that direction. Nonetheless, right now we're on the Red Trail, and this is the River of Rocks Trail. And this is, as you can see, got the red there. So we're on the River of Rocks Trail, and I believe I'll be on this for a little while, and then eventually make a right onto this Golden Trail, or this or that. I'll be more clear when the time comes and I look into it. But yeah, right now I'm actually descending down the mountain, and it said the difficulty of this trail is hard, so we'll see what that means. And I guess eventually it's going to bring me down there to a Boulder Field, and I guess you have to traverse these like big boulders or something like that for a while. I have no idea, but I guess we'll find out. So far it was really crazy to just get here and go right to a lookout right away. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see what happens. So far there's nobody else that I see on this trail with me, this one here in particular. So I'm hoping that it won't be too busy here overall, except for at the lookouts. But you know, at the lookouts, I don't need to be talking. It's all about the glory. So at that point, it's not about me anymore. But yeah, so I'm gonna keep descending down this and see where we end up. Yeah, guys, look how rocky this is. I guess it really is River of the Rocks. It's a complete river full of rocks, like literally. So this is how it's been the whole time. You kind of have to hop between rocks here and there, but it's cool. Nothing I'm not used to, but if there's a lot of this, then I would not be used to that. But either way, it's fine. Just a very different terrain to traverse. All right, guys, I don't know if there's anybody over here, but we got Boulder Field. Look at this, guys. Damn, dude. Damn. Yeah, I don't think there's anybody here right now. Damn, look at this, guys. Where does this go to? Dude, this is crazy, guys. Look at this. Look at this. This is cool as shit. This is crazy. Look at this, guys. I guess it kind of ends over there, but this is a nice little view of part of Boulder Field, or a Boulder Field. I was only on something like this once before, and I don't know exactly how this stuff forms. But yeah, this is a cool little entry so far. Yeah, guys, and as you can see, this is another glimpse of the good old Boulder Field. Really cool. Very unique. And it looks like it just stops down there. So, nice little section of boulders, I guess, for you. I guess there's a lot more of these coming up. So, hopefully there'll be like a wider, more, I guess, wider area that we can see them. Yeah, and as you guys can see, it brought us to another little boulder field over there. I'm not gonna head over that way, assuming we're gonna see a lot more of this, but yeah, this is a very, very, very rocky trail. Just adding on to the whole notion of how Pennsylvania is called Rocksylvania amongst certain Appalachian Trail hikers. And yeah, it's definitely, time and time again, proving very rocky, which is nice, because I'll be in the Rocky Mountains in a month. What's really interesting about these river rocks over there that we keep hiking next to is the fact that when you're up on that first lookout that I was showing you, you can actually see down below the rivers of rocks. If you look down in kind of like the middle area, you can see like the gray peeking through the trees, and that's actually the all those rocks over there. That's seen from above, so it's a nice little touch. Very interesting, the layout so far here. Very beautiful, and like I was saying, it's very similar to Pulpit Rock and Pinnacle so far, which obviously it will be because it's literally connected to those same trails. Okay, so now I came across a post that says to turn left on the Golden Eagle Trail, and this is the River Rocks Trail here that points going where I came from. So I'm pretty sure that on the map it said to make a left onto the Golden Eagle Trail, so I think I'm gonna go that way. Real quick, I'm gonna check the map and make sure I'm in the right spot. And I guess if you wanted to, you can keep following the River Rocks Trail going that way. From there, it goes over here. But if all is right, I believe we're going this way. So let's double check. As if things haven't been rocky enough, it looks as if we're now heading on to like a little mini boulder field at this point. So you can see this was around me right now. Let's see. Trying to traverse all these boulders, you know. And by the way, that was not the turn to take onto that Golden Trail. That was an earlier turn. So to complete the actual loop here, the 5.5 mile loop or whatever it is, I had to keep going further on this River Rocks Trail. It's always cool to see these like different colored reds on the leaves and yellows and stuff around this time of the year, because it's like the first time you see it again, you know. When October comes and it's out for a while, it's like okay, you know. But it's always so nice to see the subtle shifts of the colors. You know, being September, it's like a very yellow type of kind of very yellow month in terms of the colors of the leaves. So it's really cool to be out there around this time, because every here and there, you know, you'll see a bunch of yellow leaves falling in front of you, and it just adds a nice little touch. Very subtle touch, but nice little touch to the trail. And I see a red marker over there, so I'm pretty sure I'm off the trail, so time to reroute. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's time to bring out the classic Sammy. Crime scene Sammy. Get a little hungry, so we gotta fuel up before the big climaxes come. All right, dudes. It's really not the safest thing to be doing right now, Got my crime scene Sammy, my GoPro, and we're venturing out into the great rocky world. Good old Boulder Field. This shit is crazy out here, guys. It's so unique. Oh shit. Like at any moment, you gotta like twist around, turn, and land somewhere good. I'm just out here showing you guys a little bit of this before I turn around because it's getting a little redundant. I think sooner than later, I'll be on the, let's get to the middle of this. Sooner than later, I'll be on the Golden Trail. So this is what this looks like right now. It goes on for a while around there, so this must be one of the longer ones. Seen some small ones before, but yeah, that sun is beaming today. Sun is beaming today. Thank God I brought a lot of sunscreen. So I'm gonna have to remember to keep putting it on so I don't get burned. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. So took a little quick detour. See the ocean of rocks. I mean, we passed the rivers of rocks. This is like the ocean of rocks at this point. So I'm gonna get my little boat here and float across the rocks, get back to land, and resume the show. Yeah, guys, dude, I can't find my way back to the trail at the moment. I'm lost within the sea of rocks. But look how crazy this looks, guys. I guess this is like some type of moss. It has like the green stuff or whatever, the moss, then it has these things shooting out of it. You guys know what this stuff is, let me know. Like I said, I'm out here learning. It's all over the place over here. It's really cool. A lot of different types of little plants and stuff. It's cool. I've been ascending now for a little bit. It's a very dense area right now, very narrow. I even have to crouch a lot, like right here. And yeah, I don't know when the turn's coming up, but I believe the right turn will be soon to go onto that Golden Trail or whatever it's called. But yeah, I'll tell you one thing, man. Like I said, I didn't get the best rest like usual, but I'm pretty tired right now. Got the rocky field in the distance, and yeah, so we got another bridge. Oh, a little rodent, dude. Peace out, man. But yeah, alrighty. See you at the golden marker. All right, guys. So looks like we finally reached the end of the River Rocks Trail. It's cool to see a lot of these logs going over this little trail here. Nice little touch. But I don't think we're going that way, although it is part of the Golden Eagle Trail. So here we arrived at the marker. We just came from that way. And so here's the marker. You can either go left or right. I believe, according to the map, we have to go right. So as you see, there's a River Rocks Trail. You can go that way or go that way where I came. It does continue going on that way, although this isn't part of the full loop that I'm here today for. Just a little brief thing. This is what it says on the River of Rocks Trail. It says it's difficult. 600-foot vertical rise back to Lookout. Approximately 2 miles back to Visitor Center, etc., etc., etc. So this says it's difficult, which, I mean, you just have to watch the rocks, essentially. Other than that, it's not that difficult at all, really, if you're used to any type of physical activity at all. So now we're gonna be coming from here. We're gonna be making a right. And this leads to the Golden Eagle Trail. I believe this has like vertical rocks I'm gonna have to climb eventually, but I have no idea. So this right here is what this one says. Most difficult. So this is what we're here for, I guess. Steep grade with vertical rise, 800 feet to Skyline Trail. Yeah, I think eventually I'm gonna be on a Skyline Trail, which I don't know if that has the best lookouts or not. 2 miles across, difficulty rocky terrain, north lookout, approximately 4 miles back. Okay, allows at least 3 hours. Okay, yeah, so that's the sign. So, like I said, I believe we're supposed to be going this way, and now we're entering the realm of the yellow markers on the tree, as you see up here. And yeah, we're still ascending. I'm assuming this is going to be, like I said, most difficult. So I'm assuming that this is going to be. I wonder if this is more difficult than the skyline or the sky, whatever trail it says back there. Because I'm pretty sure that's the one that this leads to eventually. And I don't know if that keeps going higher after that. Well, we'll see. Maybe it's just an easy trail, even though you're higher up than this. That's what I'm assuming. And I believe I was told that, like I said, that there's these big rocks, like a vertical climb I'm gonna have to go on this trail that goes up to like a lookout type area, which would be really crazy. It would just be really nice to have like a lookout to myself for a while. That's the only issue with places like this, you know, like, and it's beautiful and it's gloriful and it's good community because you get to talk to some people of like minds here and there. But it is also very nice when you get a lookout and it's like just you know, and you can really take it in, and that's when you can really kind of get like really good inspiration and like breathe in the beauty and let it infuse you, you know, on a very personal spiritual level. That doesn't matter. I'm not complaining at all. I'm very happy I live within even like an hour drive of this. It's insane. And how Pulpit Rock is around here too, and the Pinnacle. So yeah, it's a little glimpse of what I'm looking at right now. You know, pretty typical for the trails out here. Typical for the Appalachian trails as well. Very similar in orientation. So far, one of the key differences was seeing a lot of those Boulder Fields, which, like I said, I've only ever seen one of those once when I was camping at Blue Rocks back in the day. And I guess there's some of those big rocks around the Pinnacle, Pulpit, and all those places as well. I just didn't see them last time I was there, at least to that extent. Nonetheless, we're going to continue our ascent coming up here on the Yellow Trail, good old Golden Eagle, and see if we can find some wings ourselves and fly up to the top. It's pretty crazy seeing this huge dead tree here. It's just laying down here. Here's the underside. It's really cool. It's so big. I don't think I've ever been next to the underside of a tree that was this big. And as you could get a little glimpse, that's how tall it is. But yeah, really cool. Never seen it like this before. Rest in peace, tree. Starting to get a little windy, guys. Been on this uphill. Been on this uphill ascent for a while here on the good old Golden Eagle Trail. You know, it's not a big deal. I'm very used to pushing myself or doing inclines, or like I've said in a couple of videos, I'm used to being pretty sleep deprived and constantly pushing and pushing and pushing past the threshold. Like right now, I'm very tired, really worn, and you know, I do get a lot of anxiety about coming to places like this where I know there's gonna be a lot of people and it's a new place I've never been to, you know. But and throughout life I've always had that. I know a lot of you guys do too, and I'm just kind of talking about how try never to let anxiety kind of keep you back, you know. How I kind of spoke about this in one of my first videos, talking about like trauma in society on that first Appalachian video I posted. And yeah, a lot of people are just, they're stuck in comfortability. They're stuck and not pushing themselves. And I read a quote before, and it's kind of something like, choose your hard, you know. If you don't do anything, if you don't push yourself, if you don't explore yourself, you don't explore the world, you don't go beyond your boundaries, you don't leave your comfort zone, then that's a very, very hard way of living. You may be comfortable physically, but you'll be very uncomfortable mentally and spiritually. So there's always a trade-off in life. Even when you grow one thing and neglect the other. Say like, if you work in life to only elevate the spirit and neglect the body and mind, then those two other areas of life that you didn't cultivate will start to tug and pull on your spirit and start to undo a lot of the work you've done. In life, you kind of have to elevate mind, body, and spirit like a equilibrated spiral going upward. You almost have to train, enhance, and grow your spiritual side with your physical side, with your mental side all together. So it's this harmonic growth process where all aspects of yourself grow together as one and become synchronized. And a lot of people in life tend to neglect the spiritual, but only work out or do exercise, and they never look within. So their character could start morphing more into their ego because of their fitness pursuits, and it's never balanced out by the spirit, you know, the anchor of which keeps the ego at bay, keeps it equilibrated, and thus allowing your unconscious to be accessed easier. So I'm just kind of talking randomly while I have this time, you know. Sometimes during these moments I'll have inspirations to write, like I said before, but today I'm just doing a little video talk, and hopefully to encourage some of you guys to keep pushing yourself to do those things that you really want to do, no matter how hard. Like right now, my heart's pounding out my chest, head's very foggy, I had a headache, I took something for it, I'm like sweating completely down my body. I've been walking up this hill for a while, and this is the most difficult trail, but it's all good because it'll be done. And there's nothing better in life than overcoming a challenge, trying something new, going somewhere new, put yourself out there, doing something creative, and just showing yourself that, you know, you can extract from yourself all your potential little by little if you just have the courage to. And a long time ago, you know, I was dealt with so much social anxiety and awkwardness. I do today, to this day. Like, when you guys see me in public, maybe socially anxious, maybe tired, may not be able to communicate well. And so that's why I want to do these videos. I hope I could be as clear as possible when I'm talking. But even doing these videos is hard for me to do. And even though I'm primarily doing it for myself, you never know who else is going to see them. And then people judge you, they leave comments, this and that, which is fine. I'll just block them. But I'm just saying, it's always good to just push yourself beyond your boundaries, because there's always a new version of yourself waiting beyond every door that you open, and there's always another door awaiting you afterwards for you to keep growing and evolving. And if I never kept pushing myself to learn music, to draw, to read, to study, to understand spirituality, to understand the unconscious, psychology, mathematics, I've kind of put a lot of the pieces of the world's Rubik's Cube together, I wouldn't have such a vast perception or a comprehensive perception of a lot of things I'm seeing or I experience. And because of all those expansions through those topics or all my hobbies I've done, or, you know, really, you gain a deeper appreciation for nature and the beauty around you, because you see how everything relates to a unitary whole, and you see the beauty and diversity as like a grand mosaic. And yeah, you start to view life a lot more abstractly, and you kind of become zoomed out from the details. A lot of people get meshed in. So anyway, let's see where this takes us. But for now, we keep going up. It looks like we have arrived at Skyline Trail number 2. So I'm assuming I go left here. I think right is a Skyline Trail as well. But according to the map, from here to do the 5.5 mile loop, you go left. So I guess after all, the vertical rocks weren't on the Golden Eagle Trail, but I'm assuming they're coming up either before the next lookout, or I'm not sure, but I guess we'll find out. So far, it's just an ordinary look so far. Nothing different as of yet. It did level out right now. And I just got done doing the, like I said, Golden Eagle Trail, so I guess it's just gonna level out for a little bit and hopefully keep going higher. And I believe there is a lookout coming up eventually that's around 1,400 feet or 1,500 feet. So maybe I'll see it there, maybe I'll see it before, but only time will tell. If we actually would have went right on that Skyline Trail or whatever we're on now at the marker, it would have actually brought us to the Appalachian Trail eventually. I think it says here like 1 mile would have brought us to an Appalachian Trail, but we went left. And so here I'm at the base of some rocks to climb. Now, like I said, I was told that there's a bunch of rocks to climb eventually, and I don't know if these are it, But eventually this is going to lead to East Rocks, which has an elevation of 1475. So as of right now, I'm gonna climb these rocks and see where this leads. I don't know how high this keeps going, but if this is the rocks that people keep talking about, it's definitely not a big deal. So really curious. Let's keep my voice low just in case people are enjoying it up here, which I don't really think anyone's here. Yeah, no, I think this was just a little area to climb. Came from down there. Nothing serious. All right, dudes. Quick reminder for y'all out here. Stay on trail. Guys, look at this. Wow. Look at that. So high right now. So glorious. Just can't wait till the trees open up because we are very high right now. Yeah, as you can see behind me, this is a quick sneak peek, I believe, of the view we'll be seeing very shortly. Look at that. One of these is the Pinnacle. I'm just not sure what. I think it might be that one right there, but I could be very wrong. Either way, this area is glorious. These lookouts never get old, guys. Yeah, I can hear people over there right now. Another quick sneak peek. This is a little bit further up from where I was. Just out here hanging out. Goes all the way down. The glory. Seek the glory, and the glory will seek you.
How old was that?
Same. 3 years. But it would have tasted, it didn't look so good so straight away.
Trust that away from me.
You know, it might be in there. Let's open it up. Let me see. I think I took it all out.
Currently, I am at the East Rocks lookout, elevation of 1,475 feet above sea level. And so as you see, a lot of rocks around here like usual. Been going up a lot of rocks for a while. And yeah, this is the view. Honestly, not really much of a view. You still see the mountains in the distance and all that, but all these trees here in front just kind of block any kind of view that would have otherwise formed. I'm trying to walk over here. And yeah, kind of uneventful, so I'm not going to spend too much time here, especially with that sun up there doing its thing. And get the sunscreen dripping in my eyes right now. So that's pretty much the view here. Actually kind of relieved it's not as suspenseful because yeah, there's a lot more views to get to. So came from that way, got a hawk chilling, and yeah, I'm not exactly sure where we're supposed to go next, so I'm gonna try to figure out how to keep rolling and see what awaits us. Okay, now off to the side here, now we have a nice little view. Now we have a nice little view. Not the greatest, but it'll do for now. Another quick side note, coming off that skyline or whatever lookout that I just was at, is extremely easy to get lost, because after a little bit, these blue and yellow markers start becoming very faint and almost disappear. So once you get to that lookout, just keep on going straight past it and walk along the rocks, and you'll eventually get back to the blue and yellow trail. If you guys for some reason ever see this video and are inspired to come out here. But yeah, this is probably the easiest trail to get lost on that I've been on yet to date. But you know, it's my first time here and I am here alone. So nonetheless, quick glance at the map, or you know, if you ever want to pop on all the trails, and I'll probably be back on it in no time. So quick little PS. We just reached another one of these posts. Going left, you go to the Golden Eagle Trail, takes you that way. But today we're going to stay on the Skyline Trail, keep heading that way. And it looks like there is going to be a lookout coming up called North Lookout, with an elevation of 1,521 feet. And so that first lookout that we were at, in that first clip, with that beautiful lookout when I first got here, that was actually, let me see, South Lookout, and that had an elevation of, I think it says like 1,300 feet here. So I'm just kind of updating you on the lookout. So initially we started at 1,300 feet, South Lookout, then we came out to the East Lookout over there. That was in the 1,400, I think that was like 1,475 feet, and now we're going to the North Lookout, which is over 1,500 feet. So I think we're going to be appearing there pretty soon. This is the trail I'm at right now. Now it's purely blue. Before it was yellow and blue. And I just hope that this lookout coming up is going to be a little bit more climatic than the East Lookout, because a lot of those trees were blocking the views of the mountains. And you know, retrospectively, it was just kind of like a mountain fronts. There wasn't really too much in terms of the valleys, or you know, buildings or houses or anything like that. So like I said, hoping the next one will be a little nicer, but nonetheless, I'm just happy to be out here. Guys, there's like a huge bird over there. There's a huge bird over there between the plants. Wow. You can see its face. It's like a big turkey vulture or something. Wow. Probably can't see him. Look at him. It's crazy. See what happens if we get closer. See what happens if we get closer. They're just sitting right here. This is awesome. Wow. Wow, they're so close. What's up, buddies? Oh, they're right there. Dude, these birds are so close to me. Like, they're literally like 10 feet away. I'm assuming you can see the detail. Just one right there. And right there on the tree. I don't want to disturb them, but look at this, guys. Wow. This is unbelievable, guys. They're just right here. What's up, buddies? I'm not going to hurt you. Wow. Dude, they're like right here. This is so nuts. This is so cool. I'm just gonna have to hang out here for a second. It's okay, buddy. I'm not gonna hurt you. Wow, dude, this is so surreal. This is unbelievable. Yeah, currently he's plucking out his feathers over there. And I'm just hanging out. This guy over here is chilling. I'm gonna see if I can get a little closer. It's okay, guys. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's okay. I'm not gonna hurt you, buddy. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. Just hanging out with you. Guys, I'm so close to this guy. I'm so close to these guys. Like I'm so close to this thing right now. I don't know if you can see, but I'm so close to these guys. What's up, buddy? It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. It's okay. Look at this, dude. Are you kidding me? The other one's right there. They always stay a little distant from you. They always stay a little distant. I can get a little closer to them. And by this I mean no disrespect. I really don't know how close you get to these things. I'm trying to show them I mean no harm. But this is just so crazy that they're literally right here in front of me. Like here's my knee. And they're literally right here in front of me. I can see the details of their head, their beak, their eyes, their feet, their claws. This is unbelievable. It's truly insane over here. I'm just gonna keep hanging out with these guys for a little bit and see if they want to talk or see what happens and go from here. What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for showing me your glory. This is truly insane. Yeah, I'm not going to keep chasing after them or anything. I just wanted to see them fly. But this, I am very humbled by hanging out with these guys. It's almost emotional. But I think I'm gonna hang out here for a little bit with these guys and then keep going. Let's see, my battery's at like 37, so I really gotta be careful. So I've never experienced anything like this, guys, this close to these. And I looked online, I guess these are black vultures. So cool. Good, buddy. You went that way. It's okay, go ahead. Go ahead, go fly. Jesus. That was truly magical being down there with them. I have never been so close to a bird like that, I don't think, ever before for a prolonged period of time. That was so cool. So after that magical moment, this might be the rocks they were talking about. Because now this is going pretty steep right now. So I'm gonna hike this up, see where it goes. But yeah, this is pretty steep. Definitely pretty steep. So still how long this goes for. And see at the top. Oh wow. Look at this guy. Okay, there's a lookout right here. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Here we go. Still a little bit to go. Get a little higher, but nice little curved bowl here in the mountains. Let's see where this goes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, it goes all the way to the river. To the Susquehanna, this ridge. So there's a day follow that. Then there's other little ridges, like there's a little ridge. There's another ridge that has a gap there. See that gap? That's another ridge. It goes that way. And there's another one. And another one further out. That's when we fly to, I like to go up to Sunbury. It's very quiet. Yeah, it is. Like during the week. Yes, during the week.
And at night, you can stay in that one.
That's wonderful.
That's wonderful. Oh, I love it. Yes. Except if the wind comes and changes direction, then you hear.
Well, we heard that last night.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I think I heard of it here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So we just got done with the north lookout, and that was, if I mentioned already, that was 1,521 feet above sea level. And that was a really cool lookout. because there's a sign to it right here. And that was a really cool lookout because you saw how it had like this little vert ramp type of deal. It had like multiple little like vert ramps there in between the mountains. So it was really cool to see that. That was a really good lookout. A little populated, but that was awesome. Okay, right now I'm at the Sunset Lookout. And I believe this is at 1,500 feet. But can't really see much, so just a little brief look. And it's a cool little open air here. But yeah, aside from that, not much to really see. As you can see on the lookout trail, there's a lot of little side trails that come out into really cool looking views like this. And this is kind of like the same view you've been seeing this entire time, for the most part. See the river of rocks down there. Pretty much the same type of lookout as before. On the, I think the north lookout we were just at, we've seen the other half over there go down like that. And it came up like this. I went over like that. So cool little side, quick little view of what we've been seeing this whole time. But I'm assuming the views coming back are gonna be really similar to this, but still very beautiful. I'm running into a lot of people on the way back, so I can't record as much. There is a lot of people here today for the most part, but I'm not gonna stop it from seeing the glory. So far that north overlook was probably the best one so far. And it was also pretty populated there too. The one I just showed you in the last clip, that was called the River of Rocks Overlook. And it's really nice because that outlook that you just saw is probably one of the more nicer outlooks off to the side of the trail. Like, they don't make a big deal about it. There wasn't anybody there when I was hanging out there. But it's just, it was a really, really nice, clear look at, you know, the mountains and the valley in between and stuff. Whereas some of the other lookouts here, they weren't as revealing, or there was a lot of trees in the way, or this or that. Even at certain lookouts that were major lookouts along the way, some of them were kind of, you know, shaded by trees a lot. You really couldn't see too far out. So that was a cool little spot. But yeah, I think there was like 1 or 2 more lookouts before we get back. I'm not 100% sure, but nonetheless, we'll pretty much be done with this trail, I think, soon. So if anything else pops up, I'll be sure to show it. But yeah, let's keep moving on. So now we're back at the beginning where we first started at the south lookout. And this is around 1,300 feet above sea level, whereas the north was around 1,500. Very glorious view. And that right there is the Pinnacle, like I had said before. So, really, really nice views around here.
Ray and the eagle, they saw in the morning. We've seen every other thing that they saw.
Yeah, we saw quite. Yeah, we saw a lot. Awesome. It was great seeing you. Are you guys take care? Safe travels. I thought that was from where you were sitting.
It was, oh, it's to the left now. So
Headed
by the
toward-
second cloud to the left, about 1, 2, maybe going to 3.
All right, dudes. So just got back from that lookout that you just saw again, the one that we just started with. And I don't feel like I got out of this place as much as I wanted to. Which means we're back on the good old River of Rocks trail. And you know what that means? We're doing the whole thing all over again. So this place actually closes around 5 o'clock, and it's around 3:30. This is a 5.5 mile loop, easy day, ain't nothing to it. I love this place, it's really cool. There's a lot of lookout spots, and yeah, they can get redundant, but no matter, regardless of that, they're really cool. They're really awesome. And it's even cool to some degree that there's like staff like situated at like the major lookouts, because they're like there with their binoculars, and you know, they have like charts as to like what birds come there, what times of the year, and how rare they are. And I'll show the paper to you at the end and this and that. I'm kind of working with like, I think like 20% battery. I have others in my bag that I charged when I first got them, but I don't know how much of a hold of a charge they have now. So I would love to continue recording as much as I can. I'm not going to record a lot along the second time through because you've already seen a lot of it. Maybe if anything, I'll record like some of the scenes as I'm going through. Instead of me talking a lot, I'll just kind of record the scenery a little bit off and on, kind of give you guys glimpses of what it looks like. And yeah, I didn't expect to go through all this all over again, but there's some lookouts that there's a lot of people at, or just some lookouts that I want to spend more time at alone with, you know. And now the sun's going down a little bit. Slippery rocks. So now the sun's going down a little bit, hoping the rays won't be too strong. I don't even know how my face looking. Yeah, I don't even know if I'm sunburned. I don't know how I wouldn't be. Anyway, so we're gonna do this whole loop all over again, 5.5 miles. Probably get home tonight around 6:30 or so. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I don't know how many people are here this late. I hope that the later it gets, the less people there are. And if somehow I can get back to that north lookout, that was the absolute pinnacle of this place, no pun intended. That was the absolute best part about this place, was that north lookout. And I think that was also one of the highest lookouts too, over 1,500 feet. So anyway, keep following this red trail, see what's up. I got like a second wave of energy. I'm a little excited to see what happens here, and I'm hoping, you know, I'll be able to spend a lot more time at some of those places, a little bit more by myself, you know. But if not, you can revisit it. So, all right, dudes, let's get back. Dude, it's good news. The extra batteries I had in my backpack, they actually work. They're good to go. So as of right now, it says I got like 90% battery. We in the full swing of the good old rock trail here, the river rock trail. Good old red. Yeah. Oh, jeez. I'll tell you one thing, and this is the first little marker here that we go past, and we go this way. So this is for the whole loop. Like I said, we're doing it again. And one thing that kind of sucks about this trail, and it just happened a little earlier, is when you get to places with like frequent people, you run the risk of scaring them behind them. And I usually walk pretty fast, so I've probably scared a couple people today already. But yeah, it just kind of comes with the territory. But I don't know, I'm just used to like kind of running trails, just doing them fast. So when you get to populated areas like this, you know, just do what you can. But yeah, coming up ahead, we're gonna continue on the River Rocks Trail with the arrow and pass some more people over there and try not to scare them. And let's see how we do. So the pass was, I'd say, on a smooth scale, 6.5 out of 10. I think I scared him a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. You know, got by pretty smoothly. So many rocks right now. So many rocks. And we're doing the round 2. It'd be so cool to be here at sunset at that north lookout. I mean, if there's nobody there when I get there, maybe we can be a little daring and stay a little later. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'd have to wait there for a while to even get to sunset. It's only be 4 o'clock, so not really the best idea. And yeah, I'll tell you one thing. The Appalachian Trail is pretty rocky, but overall, this has been the rockiest trail I've been on, I think, as of to date. And it's saying a lot too. Almost rolled my ankles a couple times earlier. But we got by, ain't nothing to it. Yeah, I'll tell you, one thing being out here, I never thought in my life I would do something like this. But, you know, I'm always up for new things. But a lot of people are coming here for bird watching, and I guess they call it birding or whatever. And there's so many people doing it. And I was talking to this woman who was doing it, and she actually was in Montreal around the same time I was. And I was like, are you serious? Like, how crazy is that? Like, what are the odds of that? But yeah, no, so she's drove all the way over to Montreal to do bird watching somewhere, and she was here doing it too. And just how many people are like here with like big binoculars just hanging out and like taking notes and like all this like extra stuff, you know? Like, I never really thought to like go to a place and look at birds or anything like that. That's a completely foreign concept to me. You know, in the past when I was with my grandfather, we used to go deer spotting and stuff like that. But, and I get it. It was interesting because at Merrill Creek Reservoir, when I was there a couple weeks ago, I was seeing people hunt for hawks there too, with their binoculars and their cameras and this and that. And it never dawned on me, but like I said, I was given a pamphlet here by one of the staff and one of the lookouts that shows you what times of the year certain birds come here and what their names are and this and that. And it seems like it's a really, really, really cool little hobby. And I think next time I come here or next time I'm at the Pinnacle, because there's a lot of hawks there, I think I'm actually gonna bring some binoculars, or like maybe some good binoculars. I don't think I have any, but I'll have to buy some and maybe see what everyone's doing. Because, you know, it's seems like a very niche thing to do, but it seems like these people are really passionate about it. And I don't know if somehow I can get like a recording through the binoculars. Probably not, but it'll probably be more of a personal thing. I'll kind of report back on what I was seeing. But yeah, it's just a really different idea, and probably expand the horizons of what I can do here in the future, or just out in general at the trails. I mean, if I have a backpack like I do right now, just put the binoculars in there, and whenever I'm at a good lookout, whip them out and see some birds, you know? But yeah, I don't know. It's a nice little, very inspirational talking to some of these staff members here, and even some of the ordinary people who are here to capture it and kind of let me in on what got them started and what the whole deal's about. So, I don't know. Cool little side thing. I just came out here, like I said, I'm always coming out here for lookouts, but the whole bird aspect, that's a whole other touch. We're officially ascending once more the Golden Eagle Trail. So this one before was the most trying. Not like it was like really hard. It was just, it's uphill a lot. And it's my second time around right now. So it's gonna be a little bit harder to do, but nonetheless, it'll be just fine. I think it's gonna take about possibly, say, I don't know, maybe half hour or so until I reach the Skyline Trail. I think that's what it is. I mean, I'm getting to a point now where my brain's losing it, so we're gonna do the best we can. When I was hanging out with those black vultures earlier. I thought it was kind of unique that they were staying there, and which it was. But I was talking to one of the staff workers here, one of the lookouts, and I showed him the picture of how close I was to them. And he was saying how, you know, they're acclimated to the humans being there, and in that one location over there, you know, they're kind of comfortable being next to us, which makes sense because this other trail I used to frequent called the Lehigh Parkway, I'll have to do a video there at some point. It's just, it's very populated, very populated. But there, deer walk in front of you all the time, or they're like right next to you all the time. It's pretty magical because it's one of the only places where, Lehigh Parkway that is, where I've had some of the most magical experiences with deer at nighttime, during the day, things like that, where they're just like right in front of you, just looking at you, or they're walking by, or a big buck walks by, you know, and sometimes you see the velvet on its antlers really close up and before it sheds, and other times of the year there you see the actual white antlers after it's shedded. So it's a really cool place, but just saying, it makes sense. But I'm really glad I got to experience the little couple moments I had there with them. And like I said, I wasn't there to scare them, or I didn't even know if they attack, or I just felt like they were pretty comfortable with me being there. Huh, I'm at this dead tree again. Good old dead tree friends strikes again. You know, ever since Merrill Creek, good old dead trees. Now they're my dead tree friends. So, yeah, I'll tell you one thing, I'm beat, I'm wiped. And I put so much sunscreen on my face today that I probably look like a freaking ghoul to everybody. But at the end of the day, I just hope that I'm not sunburned. And if I am, that's not too bad. Nonetheless, this trail right now is kicking me. And I'm probably right now about, what do you think, probably 7 miles in or so, you know, and I got like 2.5, 3 more to go. But you know what really adds some archer to this place is the fact that I have this backpack on, because normally when I'm doing trails, or I'm doing long trails, I normally don't have a backpack on. When I was at Pulpit Rock I did, but yeah, it just adds a bunch more weight. And here we have another dead tree friend. Here's his other half, poor guy. But yeah, so it's all good though. I mean, easy day. Doesn't matter how hard the trail gets. Doesn't matter. Still easy day. So, all right, well, keep climbing up. And like I said, I really can't wait to see that north lookout again. That was easily the best one. And it'll take a little bit to get there, but not in a hurry. Just me and the good old mountains, like it was meant to be, forever and ever always. I'm reaching a point of being pretty freaking tired. Jesus. And this Golden Eagle Trail, like I said, it just keeps going up and up and up. Ain't nothing to it, you know, just gotta keep pushing, you know, a little step one step at a time, you know. Gotta get to the lookouts. Remember I told you guys about that second wind, you know, when I was redoing this again, the beginning of this again? Well, guess what? That second wind is gone. like real gone. I did. you're actually seeing like real time what it's like to push yourself past a certain threshold. And it's great. It's great. Like, I'm so worn out, but it's all about growing perseverance. And this right here transmutes to every other aspect of life. When you're pushing yourself pretty hard like this, consistently and constantly, and a lot of the people say it too, the struggles of life get that much easier because you've already put yourself through the ringer, you know, and you reap the fruits out of it too. So this is just a little glimpse of where I'm at. Came from down there, and it's been going up. What's up, tree? It's been going up for a while now. Like, yeah, this reminds me when I was at Lake Trixler Boulder Trail, when I did that 14 miles that one day. It's just today I'll be doing 11 miles, but with the backpack, it's definitely a challenge. Now, back at this place, number 2, Skyline Trail. So we're going left. So if you go right here onto the Skyline Trail, apparently, like I said earlier, you take this for like a mile, and you'll eventually reach the Appalachian Trails as all my sunscreen and sweat enter the kingdom of my eyes. But yeah, I guess that's how you get out to the Appalachians. Somehow, I walked past the East Lookout, which was like the most uneventful one that I showed you earlier, when I had like all the trees in front of the mountains. You couldn't really see much. I don't know how I missed it. I was getting a little suspicious that I was missing something because I seen like a huge rock kind of like, you know, slope going up over there. But I don't know how I missed it. I didn't see any signs. I didn't see anything, nothing about the outlook. So thankfully I saw it the first time around. But yeah, anyway, so I just got to this again. So let's keep going on the Skyline Trail. We keep going this way, and that's gonna be strictly blue. And then the Golden Eagle Trail continues on that way. This whole time I was doing the blue and yellow trail together, but this is where it just goes right into the skyline at the marker number 1. So anyway, that's really disappointing, guys. I almost wish I could turn around and just go check it out, but I'm beat. It's getting late and it's getting past the time we're supposed to even be here, so, or it's gonna be close to that. So I just don't know what happened. I don't know how we even missed that. So I don't know. Well, since I'm stubborn, we went all the way back, and now we are at the lookout that I missed. And this is East Rocks with an elevation of 1,475 feet. And like I said, it's a shame these trees are here blocking the view, but that's okay. A couple hawks in the distance. Hey, we came back for, here we are. Nothing too crazy, but I had to come back and get it. So, let's see, I'm trying to trip on the rocks. Yeah, so anyway, that's the good old East Rocks. So now we're gonna come over this way, and these rocks here will eventually lead out to another cool little look at that you saw earlier that I do not think has a name to it, but is actually a little bit more visual than what you just saw. So in a second, I will bring you to that location. This over here might even be East Rocks. I'm not even sure. It's not labeled, but this is where I'm at. This is and there's rocks all over, obviously. So I don't know if this right here is actually the real East Rocks. There's no sign here that I see, so I'm not 100% sure. But nonetheless, still same elevation, around 1,400 feet, or almost 1,500 feet. I think it's around 1,475. Still a glorious view. Sun's getting a lot lower now. So, yeah. And to get back here, I had to backtrack almost like a half a mile. So I just added that on to the repertoire here. So yeah, one more view, and I just had to come back and get it. I was like, how did I miss it? How did I miss it? It's okay. So yeah, cool little spot, but at the end of the day, it's all about that north lookout. So we're gonna proceed now and try to find our way back to the trail, which is a little rough to figure that out, but oh, I'll be good. So see you guys soon once we reroute and get back to that marker to get onto the skyline view. earlier when I was up here, I heard one of the staff workers saying how this fake owl up here actually attracts the hawks. There are certain birds to this exact area, so they'll swoop by and they'll attack that, which will allow the people over here in the lookout, you know, to see them really close or observe or this or that. So apparently this fake owl though actually has real feathers on it, so that's why they can actually attract them over here. So I was really tired, guys, so I split up my words. As you can tell, the second half of the video I'm just completely nuked. So since I'm up here, I'm gonna give a real nice panoramic view of this north lookout here. Yeah, I have to say overall that this north lookout is easily the best lookout here. And I'm actually sitting in a spot right here, and this is actually where the one of the staff members was sitting earlier doing his work, when he was sitting here with his binoculars, and they had like a bunch of sheets, I guess, where they tally what birds they saw, like what time, where, things along those lines. This is a cool little perch. The sun's no longer on me, you know, it's starting to set. And yeah, this is a cool little area to just hang out, take the whole view in. I know you guys seen this a bunch of times by now, but I mean, when I'm here, you just want to take it in the whole time, and no matter what angle you start looking at it from, it's just, you always feel like you're missing something, or you have to keep watching. It's like there's always something new to be seen, always a new layer to unravel. But yeah, it is just so cool how like over there it kind of like curves down, goes up, and then it curves down again and goes over there. It's just a really cool, that little owl there. Just a really cool atmosphere here. Very unique, very unique. I absolutely love it here, and it's really nice because there's nobody here right now, so I pretty much have it to myself. But yeah, it's this is exactly what I needed after all that. I pretty much have maybe like another, like, I think 1.5 miles left or so until I get back to the car, and from pretty much here back, you know, finishing the lookout trail, it's pretty much downhill, and there's a whole bunch of like lookouts that kind of you can see along the way down, and it's just a really cool way to end the trail. So, and I forget which one it is, like I said multiple times, I'm pretty sure that's the Pinnacle over there on top of that mountain. I think that's the Pinnacle, and that's where you can look out all around there, and even on the other side, I believe, as well. So yeah, just a really cool spot, really cool, beautiful lookouts. Like, this is awesome, especially when the sun isn't beaming on you. You can just kind of sit back and relax and take it in. So that's what I'm gonna do for a little while here. Probably gonna eat some good old tuna packets. Classic food to bring with. Just drank my last bottle of water. So yeah, so time's coming near. I'll have to head out of here eventually, and pretty much been here at this point for about, I think, like 7 hours, close to 7 hours. So just look at that glory, unbelievable. What a beautiful day here. I was just talking to a couple kids on that trail for a good half hour or so. We were hanging out up there at that north lookout you saw. The sun's setting and there's a lot of people here late. So as you see, just got back from the north lookout. So up ahead, I'm gonna stop at some of the lookouts. I don't know if you can still see me anymore. It's night, like getting a little bit later. But nonetheless, I'm gonna try to wrap this up and try to squeeze the glory out of the rest of the day here. So I guess this is the kettle view. It's kind of blocked by a lot of trees, but that's the kettle view. Hi, buddy. It's okay, dear. It's okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I think now is a good time to do my closer while I'm here amongst the views. Today was a really special day for me, and hopefully you guys can see me on this video. It's getting a little bit late. I know these things aren't really the best with you know, being here at nighttime, but nonetheless, this has been a really special time here today. It's currently around 7 o'clock. There's still people here all over. I don't really know, but in terms of the time, you know, it's supposed to be done around 5 here, but it seems like it's pretty common that people stay. Anyway, so as you can see, the sun is going down, and the moon, good old Luna, she's out here to guard the night. But I was very, very, very surprised today with how this place was. It was very, very similar to Pulpit Rock and Pinnacle. It was very, very similar to those trails, and it's only 10 minutes a little farther away than those trails. But so when we first got here, we initially went on the River of Rocks Trail, which led to the Golden Eagle Trail, which led to the Skyline Trail, which eventually led back to the Lookout Trail, which you follow back down to here. And if you get here and you want to do it easy, you can just go right up the Lookout Trail. You'll come right to this lookout right here, and you'll also eventually come to the North Lookout farther up that way, which if you start on the River of the Rocks and do the whole loop around this place, the 5.5, it'll take you a while to get there. You know, it's toward the end after you climb a lot of rocks. But yeah, nonetheless, extremely beautiful place. As a review, this lookout here, this is the South Lookout. I should have this memorized by now, but definitely the North Lookout 100% is the best lookout here. And that North Lookout was the one that you saw with, you know, there's like a little wooden fence around, and it has like a wooden fence there, and it's like a big panoramic view. I'm trying to look on here and make sure I have the right, yeah, I'm right. I'm back at the South Lookout. I should have these things memorized by now, but I don't. Anyway, like I was saying, the North Lookout and the South Lookout are probably the best here. And there's like a brief River of the Rocks lookout too on the way back, in which you can see a good view as well with not as many people or nobody in general. But at the end of the day, it was really cool to be here in September because the leaves, as you're seeing, are turning a little bit yellow. Some are a little bit red. But you can see they're starting to have that yellowish tinge to them, you know, starting to get that fall vibe coming out. It's starting to get a little bit chilly here at night, but nonetheless, I can't wait to come back here. I still have one more pass that that customer gave me, so thankfully to her, this was all because of her. She made this happen. So with that one more pass, I'll probably come back here maybe before I head out to Colorado, when all the trees are like orange and like reddish and yellow all over, and see how these places look during that time. I hope you guys can see me at all. I know these things, like I said, aren't good in the dark. Nonetheless, see what you can, and if you can't see me, then, you know, you can at least hear me. Usually I do these things in the car at the end of a trip, but today I'm out here, I'm at the lookout, I'm just hanging out before I go back, and it's gonna be a lot darker in the car anyway. But yeah, I'm extremely exhausted, so I'm trying to get some words out that are coherent. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It was a longer video than normal because I ended up doing this whole loop twice. So I did around 12 miles total. It's 5.5 loop times 2, which is 11, but I also went back a couple times and checked out different trails, which added like at least another mile. So I'm just gonna say I did around 12 miles today. Extremely exhausted, I can't think, just worn out. Yeah, sorry, there were some people going by, so I don't wanna keep talking and interrupt them or this or that. This is one of the, you know, a major lookout and this and that. So I was just saying I'll be back here in the fall time, you know, to view it for different eyes. And I guess, you know, it's getting a little bit chilly, so I'm about to head out of here in a little bit. But lastly, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. It's been an interesting day, very fun day, very adventurous day, with a lot of new sights, a lot of great new outlooks, and a lot of new trails that we unraveled today. So stay tuned. We'll be back here with more colors coming up. And once more, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Never forget to stop and seek the glory. Allow the glory to seek you. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and your night, wherever you are. And as you can tell, I'll be having a grand night, so. All right, take care, guys. Thanks for hanging out.